Now, if you were to ask me what my goal in life is, I would respond with owning every single muscle car in existence. I don't know whether it's the aggressive styling, the loud noise that they make, the amount of horsepower they are capable of, or the feeling I get when I'm behind the wheel. There's no better car than one with a V8 made in the USA. So I was in search for 3 cars: Dodge Viper, Camaro, or a classic Challenger Charger. I know those are 2 different cars, but I either wanted a Challenger or a Charger just so I could say I have a classic Dodge. And I'm sorry, Dodge, we will get to you eventually. I will own a Viper very, very shortly, but we're adding another Chevy to the lineup. Let me show you what I came across. So I found this ad on Facebook Marketplace, and here's the description. A 1969 Chevy Camaro Factory Super Sport, so it is an SS, extremely dry car spending its life in California. Power steering and power brakes, 350 cubic inch with mild cam, and recently rebuilt Holley 750 CFM carb, staggered 15-inch weld dragline wheels. Manual transmission is a stock Muncie 4-speed. Engine recently tuned and ready for those cruise nights. This car is a joy to drive and rides like a dream and feels like a new car due to almost $10,000 invested in upgrading Stage 2 Pro Touring suspension kit from CPP that includes complete tubular upper and lower control arms, double adjustable coilover springs and shock kit, complete leaf spring kit, fully adjustable front and rear shock, front sway bar kit, upgraded power steering box conversion with the new steering linkage and coupling assembling kit, all new tie rod ends and other miscellaneous items, upgraded MSD electronic ignition system, upgraded billet flush style taillight kit, aftermarket armrest with cup holders, upgraded aftermarket classic steering wheel, aftermarket custom gauges, aftermarket modern stereo system with detachable car radio, additional OEM and aftermarket part available and will provide with the car. Now that ad looks pretty good. Lots of upgrades, lots of goodies here coming with the car. You're always happy to see that, but again, you can never really judge a car unless you check it out in person. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and do. Let's go ahead and take the Z06 all the way to Rancho Cucamonga, which is about 30 minutes away. We're gonna check it out, really look through the car, and he wants $47,000 for this car. Again, I don't know entirely sure if I'm going to be offering that to him. 40,000 is what we're gonna try talking him down to. I think if we really look through the car, as well as a serious offer with cash in hand, he will take it. And I think 40,000 for this car would be good, because the 68 Mustang Fastback I got for 35,000 and honestly was the best purchase of my life. So hopefully we can do that with the Camaro. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and fire up the Z06. It also has been raining a lot, so excuse the dirtiness, but if you have not checked out the recent video with the new wheels, make sure to go ahead and check them out, because these are so sick. I love the black on silver, and we still got to lower the car. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get a cold start in. Check out the car. I'm gonna do kind of like what I did previously. I'm not gonna talk that much just because it makes things really weird trying to negotiate a car deal recording. I will take a video of it and then we'll do a voiceover just for the privacy of the seller and just to make things not so awkward, as well as so we can get the best price as well. So I am going to get the clips here that you guys want and we'll talk about it over the voiceover. So let's get it. We made it to the seller's house and here are the first looks on the 69 Camaro. First thing I noticed right away is that this car is a lot more orange than how it looks like in video. In real life, it's like a red orange, which is still pretty cool. Let's do a full 360 to check out this condition. And I found a lot of things wrong with it, like this dent on the fender. I don't know if you guys could see it, but there is damage there. We're gonna get that fixed. Body overall looks okay. Paint is not in the best shape, but looks better than a lot of classics out. The seller also had some really nice cars, the Summer EV, Bronco, and BMW, which honestly is a solid lineup. This interior does need some TLC, but for the most part turned out good in my eyes. And that shifter looks pretty cool. I've never seen that before, but let's hear how it runs. Nice. All right, boys, I love it. I absolutely love this Camaro. I saw that there was a lot of things wrong with the car, and that's why you gotta go check out cars, because especially with classics, you never know what the condition is gonna be through those photos. I thought it was gonna be really good, but it ended up being really bad. there's a coolant leak, the belt squeaks like crazy, or it's a pulley, one of those two things, and it drives so bad. He says he got the new carburetor, but it's not tuned, which he said it was tuned in the actual description. It's not tuned. It runs extremely rich, or it just misfires extremely bad. I really hope it's just a tune of the carburetor, which if anybody knows classic cars, tuning carburetors is actually extremely easy. You just do it with a screwdriver and lean it out. I'm crossing my fingers, that's all it needs. Also, the rear end is leaking, which is common, and the transmission is really hard to drive. $47,000. I am going to offer him $40,000. See if he takes it. We're gonna stick by with that, and hopefully he takes it. So let's go ahead and check it out. Boys, we locked down $40,000. The seller agreed to it. Now I gotta get $40,000. I have it cash. I really wanna see if I could finance it. I'm gonna call my financing departments, my banks. I'm excited. $40,000, that was the first negotiation that I actually won in, and to be honest, I never went in negotiations, so it's good to see that I got this car $7,000 off than what I originally sought it for. Huge dub for the win. Let's go ahead and get the money, come back and pick up the car. We have a major problem, and I need to go on the fastback to tell you guys exactly this. When you want to buy a car, usually you go to the bank, your credit union, and you pull out a loan to purchase the car, right? Try to purchase a classic car or any car over than 20 years. The increase of difficulty just absolutely skyrockets, and there's an issue with that. In my opinion, all you need is the car, an appraisal, insurance for the amount of appraisal, and the loan should be good as a secured collateral, which means if anything happens to the loan, they take the car because the car has been appraised and it has insurance. I've done this before. However, these banks are not doing it. Having the ability to pull out a loan on a classic car is a must and should happen. But unfortunately today, it did not. So instead of pulling out a loan, which is what I prefer to do so I can use this capital somewhere else and invest in other projects, I'm going to have to pull out $40,000 out of my bank, which is gonna hurt, but it will pay off because I have a plan. We're gonna just pay cash for this car and figure it out later, whether it be refinancing or whether it just be grinding every single day to get those funds back and get the project that I really want to do, which we'll talk about in another video. We're gonna make history with this Camaro. With all that being said and done, I just wanted to go ahead and vent here with the issue in the automotive industry when it comes to financing classic cars. With all that being said and done, let's go ahead and pull out the cash, which is gonna be tomorrow, and pick up the car and bring her home. Bank of America, got the cashier's checks here for the car. Gonna follow the owner back to his place, do the transaction, and finally pick up the car and drive her home. Title work is all finished. We got the car insured. Everything's transferred over. Now it's time to go ahead and take delivery of this thing. About 30 miles or so, but I'm super excited to finally pick this thing up and dive into it. Do our first ever drive, so let's hop in. I got my driver over there taking the Z06. I'm gonna be driving the Camaro. Let's go ahead and start her up, drive home.